Hey everyone. As you can see, I straightened my hair and threw on some makeup, even though I know now it's like wearing off. But anyways, I'm going to talk about the 50 Shades of Grey series and this book. I think it's Bared to You by Sylvia Day. It says, he possessed me, he obsessed me. It was at Walmart for $12. But anyways, um, I'm going to talk about the storyline of each book, and then I'm going to talk about the similarities and the differences because everyone said that these two books are basically the same story. And that's why I read it, because I love the 50 Shades of Grey series. Okay, first, 50 Shades of Grey is, there are 3 of them, and it's by E.L. James, I'm pretty sure. Thanks. They're on my Nook, so I don't have the books to show you, but basically it is about, wow, my eyes are dark. Okay, sorry. Basically, it's about Christian, who is a billionaire or millionaire or whatever. He's rich. And he owns a company. And Anastasia Steele, who I think she's 21. She lives with a girl, her best friend, and her friend is a journalist, and she's writing a story on Christian Grey of Grey Enterprises, and she's sick one day and can't go do the interview with Christian, so she sends Anna to go for her. So Anna goes to his office and pretty much stumbles in, and he, I guess, liked her, so I don't want to give anything away, but it's the story of them and their love for each other and their triumphs and tribulations. I don't know. And it's also about he is a dominant and he has submissive girls, and he has a red room of pain, which is pretty interesting. But I know that everyone was talking about how like erotic these books are, and I mean, obviously there's a bunch of those kind of scenes in it which become really monotonous, and it's the same thing over and over and over again. But I didn't find it that, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my god, you know what I mean? If you've seen an R-rated movie, I don't know, then you're probably not going to be that much affected by it. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal. Anyways, but like I said, it becomes monotonous, and I would have rather read the story about them and just skipped over the erotic parts altogether. Something else happens in each book, which they're pretty, I mean, like some action parts. I guess you would say like an action movie. But things get in their way, and it gets pretty exciting in each book. I couldn't put them down. I read them really quickly, and I think I'm actually going to read them again. I know they're making the movie, which I hope they don't ruin the books, but whatever. The bad thing about these books, if you're educated, you'll notice that they're really poorly written, and it kind of got annoying. The adjectives that the author uses are really horrible. Like during an erotic part of the book, Anna says arg and like a pirate, and I just laughed. It was kind of funny to me. So that kind of was, I don't know, kind of ruined the book in a way. If they would have been better written, then I would have enjoyed it a lot more. I know that's kind of like a snobbish thing to say, but whatever. They're really easy to read though. And I love how it ended, and I also hated how it ended. I loved how it ended. I loved how the story ended, I'll say that. The way that the author actually ended the book itself, is kind of annoying. It pretty much says that she's going to run another one from Christian's point of view, but it's the same story. But I know. I don't know. Stephanie Meyer said she was going to do that with Twilight too, from Edward's point of view. I don't know. 50 Shades of Grey is a Twilight fan fiction book. Well, all three of them are Twilight fan fiction books. And I can see why, because Christian is very much like Edward. He's very protective of, you know, Anna. So I can see why they said that, but otherwise, it's nothing alike. Um, Christian's a really cool character. I really grew to really like him. I wanted them to work out, you know. He really, really loves her, and I, I don't know, my heart like broke for him because his background is so horrible, so horrible, and it's just so sad. It just breaks my heart. So I know that he's not a real person, but it's still really sad. Um, I think that's what makes you like him. He's just so tormented, and I don't know. So she kind of like frees him of that, and it's really sweet. So I almost put this book down. Like, I didn't like it at first, and then I pushed myself to keep reading it, and I'm really glad that I did. And I know a lot of people are having the same problem. So just push yourself through it. You'll probably be really glad that you did, and you won't be able to put it down. Funny story, actually. I was at Walmart looking at books one day, and this huge, like, bulky, buff guy, like, was standing next to me looking at the books, and then he grabbed 50 Shades of Grey real quick and, like, pretty much ran out of there. He was, like, embarrassed. I don't know if he was buying it for his girlfriend or what, but it was just really cute. Um, so, yeah. But definitely read these. The characters are really, really likable, which makes the story a lot better. Makes you want to keep reading to find out what happens about them because you care about them. So, yeah, that's that. I don't want to get too much into it because there's a lot of stuff that I could give away without even thinking about it, and I don't want to do that. So, I'm going to talk about this book now. Everyone kept saying it was exactly like 50 Shades of Grey, which it is in a lot of ways. When I started reading this book, I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly like 50 Shades of Grey. The way that it starts out. And I was thinking, if I was E.L. James, I would be mad. I mean, so much of it is exactly alike. Actually, I don't know who would be mad because I don't know which one was written first. I really didn't pay attention about that to that, but whoever wrote theirs first would be pretty mad. I think this was written after it. Yeah, it was. Okay, so 50 Shades of Grey was written first. The praises at the beginning of the book, they all mention 50 Shades of Grey, which is kind of sad because this book can't go on its own. It's always going to be related to 50 Shades of Grey, which kind of stinks for the author. But this story is about Gideon and Eva, Christian and Anna, Gideon and Eva. I don't know. But I don't like the name Gideon. I'm sorry if your name is Gideon, but it's not used a lot around here, so I've never even heard of it, except I think on a TV show once. So I just found it really weird to say all the time. I didn't really like it. I wanted to change his name. Sorry. But yeah. He's very possessive, very controlling, very overprotective, just like Christian was, but Eva and Anna are totally different. Eva is very troubled. Well, she has like a troubled past, which I won't go into detail because it'll give it away. Um, and ugh, I don't know. She's very straightforward, and the things that come out of her mouth, I don't really like the way she talks to Gideon, like the way she talks to him during the erotic scenes, I guess. I don't like it. I don't know. I liked Anna better. So, I don't know. And Eva has a roommate named Carrie, just like Anna has a roommate. Um, and Eva's roommate Carrie also has a troubled past, and you can see that totally throughout the book. I mean, his is still troubling him big time. He is kind of a disgusting character. Um, he is bisexual, which isn't, I don't find that disgusting at all. That's his preference. That's fine with me. I'm, you know, that's not the part. It's his actions. His actions are really gross. Like, and even Eva thinks they're disgusting. Like, she tries to talk him through it and they get into a fight because his actions are just horrible. Which, if you read the book or have read the book, then you know what I'm talking about. Um, his past makes him view relationships very poorly, and I don't know. It's just kind of gross. One of the scenes just grossed me out so bad I didn't even want to read about it. Anyways, um, I don't. This is the first book that's out, and there's gonna be more, but I don't like. I don't. I want to read them, but I don't know if I'm gonna rush out to read them. Like, I don't really like this book or the characters. I think that's why I didn't like the novel very much. I didn't like the characters. I couldn't really. I don't know. They just weren't as heartbreaking as the ones in 50 Shades of Grey. And they weren't as intriguing and they weren't as personable. I just didn't like them. Um, I think there was one part where I was like, oh yeah, go Eva, like I like you. But then I didn't like her. So, I don't know. Definitely read 50 Shades of Grey. This one, I think you could probably set it out if you were looking for a book to read and couldn't find anything else for some reason, then I would say read it, but otherwise, skip it. I don't know. I think that the author should have came up with their own idea. This book doesn't have any of that, like, submissive type stuff in it. Um, it hints at it, but it doesn't go into detail at all, like 50 Shades of Grey. So it's nothing really like that in that aspect. Gideon has a lot of money, just like Christian does. Um, Eva has a lot of money too, from not from being successful, but from other things. So she's different from Anna in that respect too. But otherwise, they're kind of different, but they're pretty much the same. So we'll see. I don't know. But definitely read 50 Shades of Grey. Push past it. Keep reading. It's kind of a beautiful story in the end. I don't know. But right now I'm reading Beautiful Disaster, which I got at Barnes & Noble on the same table as 50 Shades of Grey and this Bared to You book. So we'll see. I only have 3 more chapters left. I really, really like it so far. I don't know. It's really different. It has nothing to do, hardly at all, with the other 2 books. It's just like about a tormented relationship, and it's like a roller coaster relationship. But I'll get more into that in a different video. So, I also read the new Pretty Little Liars book, but I'm gonna make a separate video on that right now. So, if you like Pretty Little Liars, check it out. But thanks for watching. Bye.